Hey guys, I wanted to talk a little bit about murder mysteries because I'm writing one, or at least I'm trying to, for NaNoWRIMO. I got a late start. I started like day 4, so I'm behind and slowly catching up. I'm doing a little bit more than the recommended number each day, and eventually, hopefully, fingers crossed, working my way back up to the 50,000 goal in November. I started late because I realized that to write a murder mystery, I really had to have a complete outline. Really have all my ducks in a row because it was not going to work any other way. Because a murder mystery is a lot like a Rubik's Cube. We see it when it's done and it's so perfect. Everything is in its place, all the clues line up, and we get the mystery solved. But we don't often get to see it when it's jumbled up and the ideas are just in the author's head, all messed up and not in the right spots. And we don't really get to see the process of how an author takes this and turns it into that nice solved puzzle. So I did some research, obviously, to prepare for NaNoWRIMO, and I did a lot of preparation, but I just didn't get it all done in time to start NaNoWRIMO on time. A lot of normal, regular writing advice applies to murder mysteries. Things about character and conflict and stakes and all that jazz apply to murder mysteries as well, but there are a few things that are special about murder mysteries, and I just want to talk about a few of them. Before you start writing your murder mystery, you need to know everything about the murder. Everything. Who, what, where, when, why, and how. If you don't know all of that, you're going to confuse yourself, and you're going to be writing towards something that you just, it's going to be, you can't surprise yourself if you're the author. You want to surprise your audience, but not yourself. I'm a planner, so obviously I'm biased, but I would be very surprised if somebody who is a pantser wrote a murder mystery just pantsed without having the murder set up beforehand. So how did the murderer do it? Did they extract poison from an ancient beetle trapped in amber? Did they decapitate the victim with tooth floss? It could be anything. You just gotta know all the details. Another thing you gotta know is your sleuth, and you have to make us care about the sleuth because otherwise we're not gonna make it to the end of the murder mystery. You could have a really cool murderer and explanation for the murder, but you usually find that out at the end, and we're never gonna make it there if we don't care about the sleuth. So what's your sleuth dealing with? Who is she or he, and why should we care? Still working on that one for myself. Also, in my research about murder mysteries, I found out about 3 kinds of clues. Fake clues, also known as red herrings, genuine clues, and pivotal clues. Genuine clues, pretty self-explanatory. Pivotal clues, the clues that your sleuth will use at the end to get to the solution. And the pivotal clue does not have to come at the end. It could be revealed earlier in the story and only the significance revealed toward the end to help solve the crime. Another thing you need to have if you're going to write a murder mystery, suspects. And every single one of them has to be lying about something. If you have suspects and they're all upstanding citizens who are telling the truth, it's going to be really easy to find out who is the actual murderer. So they gotta be hiding something. It could be a secret family. It could be an illegal business deal. It could be membership in a cult that worships prawns. Whatever it is, it's gotta be shady and something that the suspect does not want the sleuth to find out. And this brings me to something that really helped me while I was plotting out my murder mystery. You need 2 outlines. One that the reader sees and one that they do not see. That is, one that outlines the actions of the sleuth as they go through their investigation, and the other one of all the sneaky things the suspects and the murderer are up to cover their tracks. This realization was so helpful. It helped me decide where to fit in all my clues because I knew what the suspects were up to and when it would make sense for the sleuth to discover those clues, and it just made everything fall into line. So that is certainly not everything you need to write a murder mystery, but it certainly helped me to think of it in those terms. So I've read a lot of great murder mysteries in the past, but I'm looking for recommendations. If you've read a really good murder mystery, I want to know about it so that I can read it, do some more research, and yeah, let me know if you're doing NaNoWRIMO, how you're doing. If you're not, how are you doing in general? Just let me know. So that's how you do it. Until next time,